The internet has changed our lives in so many ways, but sometimes it seems all that content is here today, gone tomorrow. Enter the Wayback Machine. David Pogue takes us on a journey back in time.
David Samuel plays viola in a San Francisco string quartet, but he almost didn't make it into this country.
I'm a Canadian citizen and therefore needed a work visa if I was coming to the United States, an artist visa.
That visa required special documentation.
I was tasked with finding old programs, articles, interviews, anything that could demonstrate that I had contributed significantly to the field.
Unfortunately, most of that stuff had disappeared from the internet over the years.
And somebody said, oh, you should check out the Internet Archive, the Wayback Machine.
The Wayback Machine is a time machine for the web.
Mark Graham is the Wayback Machine's director.
It does that by going and looking at web pages, hundreds of millions of them every single day right now, and stores them in our servers.
The Wayback Machine has been making backup copies of the World Wide Web since 1996, coming up on 900 billion web pages backed up. It's free and public. Start at archive.org. Now you can see what the New York Times looked like in 1996, or what Netflix looked like when it was a DVD by mail company, or what your own website looked like whenever. About 1 million people a day use the Wayback Machine.
Journalists, fact-checkers, politicians, policymakers, students.
I think it's a surprise to most people that web pages are as fleeting as they actually are.
Oh, it's kind of a cruel joke to call them a page. The average life of a web page is 100 days before it's changed or deleted.
Computer scientist Brewster Kahle created the Wayback Machine in 1996.
There it is!
As part of a nonprofit called the Internet Archive. Its San Francisco headquarters do look the part.
It's a beautiful building.
But I mean, it screams your mission, this is a temple of knowledge.
Absolutely.
Inside, you'll find the original pews, slightly creepy statues of everyone who's ever worked for the Internet Archive, and banks and banks and banks of computers. So is it like, that's a hard drive, that's a hard drive, that's a hard drive, that's a hard drive?
Exactly right. This is about 1/20th of the servers that are one copy of the Internet Archive, and then there are multiple copies to keep it safe.
But Brewster Kahle wants to back up more than just the web. He wants to back up everything.
Can we get all of the published works of humankind available to anybody curious enough to have access to it?
He's backing up old music and old video games.
Oregon Trail, Prince of Persia, an early Pac-Man.
And TV shows.
Green Acres. We have maybe the world's biggest VCR. Eliza, we've got some new books.
And books. And everything Kahle backs up, he makes free online. Even the obscure stuff, like vintage game shows, knitting magazines, and pet rock manuals. You can even check out the books he's scanned as though from a library. And that's where the trouble begins.
The publishers decided to sue the Internet Archive over lending books. The music publishers, they're suing for $400 million.
If they win these cases, could that end the Internet Archive?
Yes.
The Association of American Publishers declined an interview, but wrote to us, there is simply no legal justification for copying millions of copyrighted books, changing them into ebooks, and distributing them to the public, all without getting permission.
We'll see how it all turns out. It's being fought out in the courts.
The publishers won their lawsuit against Kahle's operation. He's filed an appeal. The record company's lawsuit is pending. In happier news, violist David Samuel did wind up finding every concert program, interview, and article he needed for his visa on the Wayback Machine.
And even some stuff that I had forgotten about. And I received my green card just a few months ago in September.
Wow. Well, welcome to America.